felt like, or has somebody ever told you that you are not enough or that you are too much? I know I've been told both that I am too much or that I am not enough. Dumelang bakgaitsho, I'm Tebogo Ditinti. Welcome to Time with T. Thank you so much for choosing to spend time with me. Like I always say, there are 5 things that I will always talk about: literature, performing arts, Agenda 23, gender-based violence, and myself. Today, I'm going to talk about myself. So I want to say I woke up this morning, but that wouldn't be accurate. Let me just say that I had a thought this morning and I kept thinking about why is it that we often think that we are either too much or not enough? Why is it that we never think that we are just right? It almost seems like a foreign thought when you come to think about it. We are so quick to tell other people that you are great, you are wonderful, you are just perfect, but we never say those words to ourselves. And I've been wondering, why is that? Do we have what it's now called imposter syndrome? And if we have it, where does it come from? Does anybody know where it stems from? Because I would sure like to find out and send it right back to where it comes from. So another thing that I do, apart from being too much, I eat too much, I talk too much, I sing too much, especially when I shouldn't. I almost do everything too much. And I have never really let it sink in when people would tell me that you are gifted too much, because I always thought there is no such thing. Not one person can be gifted too much. One person can be gifted, but too much, I felt as though it was a bit of a stretch. But the honest truth is that we are all gifted in something too much. And that is what scares us when it comes to our gift, because we always say, oh, it's too much. I can't do that. It's too much. I can't be this good at this. It's too much. We always dilute our own strength. We always dim our own lights, because we are just so scared and so terrified of being too much. So another thing that I'm a little too much at, I play too much. I'm too playful. And again, the thought that I had this morning was that I really did, and I really do play too much when it comes to my gift, because it scares the living daylights out of me. And if you are watching this, or if you're listening to this and you know you are gifted and it does not scare you, please share your tips with me. Because how can you be gifted and have your gift not terrify you, especially when you feel like you are not doing enough about it? And that is where not being enough comes from. Sometimes when we feel like we're not enough, because I don't think that we have been told by other people that when you are just not enough. That is what we conclude on our own. That is something that we tell ourselves because of perhaps something that had happened or something that somebody has done to us, and therefore we feel like, oh, maybe it's because I'm just not enough. I don't think that one person can just walk up to another and say, you are not enough. No, it's a conclusion that we come to ourselves. So we feel that way because we know that we can do more. We feel that way because we know that naturally we are too much at a specific thing. but we do 40-50% of it because there's another syndrome, right? And bomang, maybe if we unpack that, batloring boma, and bone bao ba kena kae, because when a calling keeps calling, it calls only you. It's not a conference call. It's not a group project, this thing. So it's your journey and it's yours alone. So who do you want to accompany you on this thing that is especially made or specially created for you and was specially given to you? Who is supposed to run with it and be too much with it, if not you? So if you are listening and if you're watching this and you have ever felt that you are not enough, I'm here to tell you otherwise, you are. And if you've ever felt that you are too much, I'm going to tell you and say you are still not doing enough. As much as you feel like you are too much, you are still not doing enough. So, be too much, be too loud, be too daring. I'm not saying misbehave. Well, misbehave if you can get away with it. But otherwise, be too much and be great at it, because that is your purpose. That is what you are here to do, and that is what you are here to become. You are here to become a lot of what you already are. So just because we also want to make other people comfortable around us. We don't want to outshine a lot of people. We want to keep other people so warm that we end up getting cold, because the little bit of warmness that we have in us, we share with others. Set yourself on fire and let them burn up if that's the case. But what you are not going to do and what you shouldn't do, and if it's what you've been doing, you need to stop immediately. You need to stop dimming your light. If they get blinded by your light, then they better start investing in shades, because you need to shine brighter. You need to keep going. And you cannot stop, especially when you are called. That's another thing that I strongly believe in, that we all have a calling. We are all called into something. Now, it might not be the calling that some of us have. Maybe you're calling into something else. Maybe you're called to act. Maybe you're called to sing. Maybe you're called to build. Maybe you're called to be a makeup artist. Maybe you're called to be a dancer. Maybe you're called to, I don't know, all of these different types of callings that are out there. But we all have it. It's custom. It's unique. And you cannot find it until you find your center, until you find your core, until you find who you are. The more we keep running from who we are, is the more we lose the essence of our calling. So maybe we need to just stop. This is the phrase that says, when you are in doubt, don't. So when you sometimes doubt and you don't know for sure if you should be doing something or not, stop. Take a moment, freeze, and collect yourself and collect your thoughts. It's there. You will find it. And I know there are a lot of people who say, I don't know what I'm gifted in. I don't know what I'm talented in. I don't know what I'm skilled at. Maybe you're a little lost. You don't know what is what. You do. Let me tell you how I know that you do. That thing that keeps you up at night, that's the thing that you should be doing. That thing that scares the living daylights out of you, that's your thing. Go do that. Go be too much. I'm out for now. Love and light.